This Force 13's regional AU channel with the latest on what is a developing weather scene for Wednesday, the 6th of September 23. And we start off in Victoria. Bureau of Meteorology has issued a top priority severe weather warning for damaging winds for the central east Gippsland, the southwest, north central, northeast, west, south Gippsland and Wimmera forecast districts. Possible damaging wind gusts in mainly elevated parts of Victoria during Thursday. The cold front will cross Victoria during Thursday as the low pressure system develops over waters to the southwest of the state. Strengthening northerly winds expected ahead of the front. Strong northerly winds averaging 50 to 60 kilometres an hour with damaging wind gusts of around 90 kilometres an hour possible over the Grampians, Otways, the central ranges of Victoria from Thursday morning, as well as for the outer northern suburbs of Melbourne. Winds will increase during the late afternoon and evening over the higher terrain of Gippsland and the northeast. Winds in the Melbourne area, central ranges of the state should ease below warning thresholds by Thursday afternoon. They are likely to remain fresh and gusty into Friday morning due to the uncertainty over the positioning and development of the low pressure system to the south of the state of Victoria. Continued warnings may be required into Friday morning for western and eastern parts of the state. And again, it's Kiddington, Ballarat, Dalesford, Bacchus Marsh, Falls Creek and Omeo under the warning. It's also a sheep graziers warning, strong wind warning for Port Phillip Bay, the west coast, and a gale wind warning will be current for the west coast Thursday. Now we switch up to New South Wales. Bureau of Meteorology has issued a top priority severe weather warning for damaging winds for the upper western, the central west slopes and plains, the southwest slopes, the Riverina, lower western snowy mountains, the ACT and the southern tablelands. And this relates to the system tracking into Victoria. Damaging winds developing over the western inland and alpine region during Thursday. Vigorous cold front is forecast to enter the western area of New South Wales during Thursday morning, tracking eastward across the state during the day. Gusty north to northwesterly winds ahead of the system. Gusty thunderstorms will result in a damaging wind whisk across much of the state, with conditions easing as the front tracks offshore sometime Friday. Damaging locally winds between 60 to 70 kilometres an hour, peak gusts of around 100 kilometres an hour likely over the western inland from late Thursday morning. Adding damaging winds averaging between 80 to 90 kilometres an hour, also with damaging wind gusts in excess of 125 kilometres an hour, likely to develop over the alpine areas above the 1900 metre mark. Easing Friday. And locations: West Rylong, Griffith, Tibooburra, Coburg or Cobar, Burke, Wincania, White Cliffs, Wannerwing, Ivanhoe and Frebo top stations. Bureau of Meteorology has also issued a top priority severe weather warning for the Channel Country, Maranoa, a while ago here in Queensland. Damaging wind gusts developing over the southwest during Thursday. Vigorous cold front forecast to enter southwestern Queensland during Thursday morning. Gusts, the north to northwesterly winds ahead of this system will result in a damaging wind risk across southern Channel Country, the Maranoa, Warrego districts. Conditions expected to ease overnight as the system tracks south out of Queensland. Strong winds averaging between 50 to 60 kilometres an hour with damaging wind gusts of around 90 kilometres an hour possible over the southern Channel Country, Maranoa, Warrego districts from late Thursday morning, easing during the evening. Bureau Downs, Hungerford and Barragun are under the current warning. And just back to New South Wales, strong wind warning for Batemans and Eden Case for today, and expanding out to the Macquarie, Hunter, Sydney, Illawarra coast, including Goths. That is a strong wind warning for Thursday. Now we have a look at the winds at the 850 metre bar level. This is from 10 a.m. through the 2200 hours tomorrow, and as I mentioned, gale force wind warning along with stronger wind warnings will be current for Thursday. And at the time of doing this update, 20.4 in Sydney, 18.3 Melbourne, 26 here in Brisbane, 16.6 Perth, 22.5 Adelaide, 16.8 Hobart, 16.9 Canberra and 30.2 in Darwin. Now we have a look at pressure and precipitation. The pressure is in the black box and precipitation values at the bottom of the screen. And just recapping, one of the strongest cold outbreaks of the year will hit southeastern Australia later this week, bringing rain, thunderstorms, damaging winds, low-level snow, icy temperatures and possibly a dangerous squall line. Australia just experienced its warmest winter on record thanks to a noticeable lack of strong cold fronts over southern Australia. However, winter-like weather is about to make a comeback in the opening fortnight of spring. Now, storm probabilities. This is storm probability values, information at the top of the screen, and this is one feature that I follow closely. It's the BSCH website, and the Brisbane Storm Chasers team really come out with a outstanding product. It looks like New South Wales for severe storm activity, and keeping in mind what I've just said, this frigid air will pass over southern WA on Wednesday before spreading over South Australia on Thursday, southeastern Australia from Thursday into Friday. Now here's the Bureau's total forecast of rain. Days 1 to 3 or 1 to 4 is 1 to 3, 5 to 8, 1 to 8. rainfall scale, right hand side of the screen. The approaching cold air mass and its interaction with much warmer air sitting over the Australian continent will produce a dynamic mix of weather. Showers will develop over parts of southern Western Australia, South Australia, Victoria, Tasmania, the ACT, New South Wales, southern Queensland between Tuesday and Saturday, spreading from west to east as the week unfolds. Thunderstorms. Storms could also become severe, damaging winds, and all this is contained in the Bureau's current severe weather warning. So that is a view of what is coming, and we'll continue to update the information.